Hello. Hi, everyone. Let's type hello. Hi, guys. I'm here for you. I'm here for you, answering your questions. And I hope that I'm going to give you guys a minute to join me because I know that you guys will. Because as soon as someone hears that I'm on, everybody starts creeping in here at the last minute. And I want you guys to get in here and enjoy our time. Ooh, got a couple people. If you're here, I want to know you're here. Hi. Hello, Julie Love. Julie Love. I'm singing today a lot. Professional female. Hey, like that. Professional. What kind of profession, though? How about you share with us what kind of professional female you are? That could be so many things, right? It could be a manifestation. You know, I love using in my titles or my usernames for Instagram or whatever. I like putting whatever it is like I am already, right? So that's why you made it like Julie Love, like, ooh, someone's looking for love. So how are you guys doing? And by the way, cheers. I have grape juice. Cheers. What are you guys drinking tonight? And what questions do you have for me today? So, your new course kicked my ass. I hope in a good way. Loved it. Okay, good. Oh, I love it. So, I'm assuming that you're talking about stop fear of abandonment and rejection. I'm assuming that you are talking about that one because that is like, that course is selling like wildfire. It's like hot, hot, hot. It's every time I turn around and get another notification, someone else is buying it. And I'm like, gee, I wonder why. I wonder why there's so few people that feel this way. No, a lot of people feel this way. Ooh, kiwi starfruit lemonade from Starbucks. That's so good. My son works at Starbucks, so I'm going to have him make me one of those. Kiwi starfruit lemonade. I'm going to have him make me one. If you lived around the corner, I would send you into his Starbucks and you'd get one for free. So yeah, that course really kicks ass. It was like, you guys, when I made that course, Stop Fear of Abandonment and Rejection, I did the course for two reasons. One of those is because so many of you have emailed me personally, privately, and messaged me or commented on the YouTubes wanting me to cover that topic. So what does that say? If you're fearing abandonment or fearing rejection, let me tell you that you are not alone. And the second reason is because it's something that I feared for years, most of my life. So I know that it's a very common topic. I know that so many people feel this and they're almost like afraid to talk about it. And what we do is we stuff fears. This is what people do. So this is what I used to do with when I just did traditional psychotherapy. I used to like look for the fears that people had inside and I would pull them out, right? And I'm like, oh, look, you have this pattern. And let's look at the pattern that you have because it's showing up in your life like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. And they're like, wait, what? I'm doing that. And I'm like, yeah, well, look. So I get it. And the number one thing that people came in to see me for, it always boiled down to some fear. It was fear of loneliness, which is, when you fear abandonment, you're fear of being alone. And no one wants to be alone. That's probably the number one fear that people have above being broke, above health issues, above anything. People fear that they're going to be alone. That is the number one. That's why I made that course. And that's why I was able to speak from my corazón. Selena, hey! Oh, I love how you guys doing. I'm going to cheers you guys again with my grape juice. Interpret it however you want. So what questions you guys have for me? So, hey, if you haven't checked out the new course, do it. But the other thing I want to tell you is starting next week, I would like you guys, if you have any specific questions for me, I would like you to email me those questions. And the reason is because I want to be able to really nail each question that'll benefit. I promise you, if you ask me a question, there's like 30 other people that have the same question, if not 300 more, 300 other people, right? So email me your question. So one, I can look at it and like, oh, I can add this. I can also talk about this. So it gives me a little more time, right? Clarice, hey. So email me your question before Sunday of every week, because I'm on here now every Monday, okay? So I'm here every Monday. So by Sunday, right, just email me your questions to do the live. So someone email me a question and I'm going to talk about it, but I would like you guys to email me your questions ahead of time. I'm going to be on here live answering the emailed questions. And if I have time, I'll go over the ones that are in the chat room. Okay. So I'd appreciate that. And shoot me an email anyway, even if you don't have a question, just say, hey, what's up, Rose? This is what I'm manifesting. Guess what? I want to hear your stories. I want to hear your success stories. So here's my latest success story. It's funny. I count everything as a win, by the way. I don't just count, I had a session and I imagined something and then that's the win. No, I count everything as a win. So when I was writing a newsletter, my last newsletter that I sent out yesterday, I talked about restricting joy. If you guys are not on my newsletter list, you want to be, because I talk about stuff there that are really personal that I don't talk about anywhere else. Maybe it'll get thrown in a course, but in the newsletter, it's just like whatever I wake up feeling or thinking or needing to put out is what I throw in the newsletter. So it has a whole different vibe in there. But yesterday I was talking about restricting joy because I used to be a food restrictor. And back then I didn't know that I was restricting my happiness to live my life. I didn't correlate the two at the time. I just thought it was about being skinny. It wasn't. It was about not enjoying and having joy in my life, not allowing fun to come into my life, right? And one of the things that I said in there was about that we restrict so many things, not just food, but we restrict money. Like, oh, I can't afford that. I can't buy that, right? I don't have enough money. We started, I need to save what I do have. I need to save it because that's what I was taught. That's what I'm told to. And I referenced a squirrel because no matter where you are in the world, well, maybe not, but at least in the United States, I know the squirrels are out hightailing it, pun intended, gathering their little peanuts or little food and burying them right now. Why? Because winter's coming. Winter's coming. So the squirrels are hightailing it out there, burying their little stuff. I actually have a little video about, I caught a squirrel on my patio because I'm on the second floor of my place. On my patio, all right, got into my rose bushes, and there were these pots on my patio. He got into my rose bushes, and I watched him. I videotaped him burying a peanut in my rose bushes. And I was like, oh my God. So just that last night, I was typing about squirrels harvesting and being scarcity mindset, afraid that they're not going to get food in the winter. So they bury the food. And the next morning, I'm videotaping a squirrel doing the exact same thing that I wrote in my newsletter. That's a win, guys. That's a win. Those are the wins that I want you to notice more, because if the only wins that you give any credit to are the big things, you're going to walk around feeling really frustrated. And that's why people are always looking for signs. 777, 1111, right? Like, oh my God, I saw a heart. Oh, now I saw two hearts. What does that mean? It's like, who the hell cares? I'm too busy having all this fun, manifesting all this other fun stuff. All right. So you guys feel me? Give me a high five in the chat room if you feel me with your little hand. Oh, Selena, let's see. Do you think there are deal breakers in a relationship? Do you think any hurt your partner caused you can be overcome and still be with that person? What do you want? Do you want to be with that person? Or do you want to be in a happy, loving, fulfilling relationship? Because it is up to you. Go to the end, right? So I worked with couples for over 10 years, therapy. And my answer to that question in traditional therapy is a hell yes. Anything can be overcome. I work with a lot of people and I saw them overcome a lot of things that I thought, wow, they didn't think it was possible, but I did, because anything is possible. Anything is possible. The only thing that is not possible is what you don't want because you don't want it. So it doesn't become possible. It's that simple. So you got to ask yourself, what do you want? Do you want to have a fulfilling relationship with this person? Right? Do you want that? And if you do, what's it going to feel like to know that you have it now? How's it going to feel? Let's fast forward and say that you want it with this person. And it's been 5 years and everything's been going hunky-dory between the two of you. How does that feel? Because that's living in the end right there. But when we get stuck in the middle of, well, he did this and she said that and that happened and then this thing happened, that's when it gets all murky and confusing. And you're like, I don't know if I can get over this. Don't forget, we're the cause of it all. We're the cause of even the icky stuff. We're the cause of all of everything that happens to us. And the sooner you buy the pearl and you understand that we're the cause, you are the cause of it all, you start seeing, well, I'm not wasting another hot second imagining something that I don't want. Go to the end. Don't waste a single second imagining something. When you started talking about, are we talking about the course now? Julie loves talking about my new course, Stop Fear of Abandonment and Rejection. Selena might want to check that one out. Julie, when you started talking about how when we tell our specific person, I'll trust you when, wow, it hit me that I was pushing them away, not the other way around. Isn't that crazy? Yes. I'll trust you when. You're making yourself wait because you're the one setting the deadlines. You're making yourself wait. Isn't that crazy? I'll trust you when. Jeez. How many times have we done that? I used to hear that story a lot with my clients, and I used to give that ultimatum. No. I used to even do that with my son too. Friends, I'll believe you when. It's like, okay, well, you do know that you're creating it all, right? And when you get that, you drop all the nonsense. You drop all that. You got to do this, and you got to do this, and you got to say that, and you got to give me this, and you got to buy me that. All that stuff starts going away because you're like, wait a minute, this is a lot easier. How about I just imagine what I want them to do? How about I imagine lovingly? How about I imagine that I feel that I have my desire already? What does that feel like? And let it be a big surprise how it happens. So, good questions. Ooh, you guys are on the relationship train today. How can we get over a fear of being judged, especially by SP or other close ones? Clarice, welcome to my new course. Stop fear of abandonment and rejection. That's exactly what I talk about in there, is fear of being judged, right? Who's judging you? So if I imagine someone is judging me, who's in charge of that? Is it me or is it them? Do, 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 do. Let's see if anyone types it. If I'm afraid of someone judging me, who's going to be doing the judging? Me or them? Anyone know? I'm just going to tell you, it's you. It's me, right? There's no one judging me. It's me judging me. If I think someone's rejecting me, it's me. Yes. If I think someone's rejecting me, that's just me rejecting me. If I think someone's judging me, that's me judging me. So if I am doing the judging, I'm doing the rejecting, I'm doing all of that, I'm just doing that to myself. And of course, whoever has to play their part to bring me my desire of my fear of being judged, whoever shows up to do that has to do it. But I have to have evidence and proof in physical reality with my senses that my fear is real. That's a manifestation. I have to have people show up in my life to prove to me that my fear is real. That's manifesting. I know, don't like that one, right? Hey, love today. How you doing? So you get that? So there's no one to look at outside of you. It's only within you. Everything, everyone. This is the everyone as you pushed out, right? So if you're fearing someone's going to judge you, right? All you got to do is go within and change that within you. How do you want them to see you now? And it could be person specific or it could just be general. I find that when I do general beliefs and I change those, that there's just so much easier to slip into the state, right? Slip into that state. I personally, I don't give a crap, right? People love me. And if there are some people out there that don't want to love me or don't like me, I don't care. I don't give it too much thought, but I don't have that experience. So I used to spend a lot of time caring about what other people thought of me. And it was a waste of time because when you understand that you're the cause of it all, why would I give any attention and any time into wondering if someone's judging me or not? Because I'm creating that. I'm giving that life. I'm breathing life into being judged if I do that. Instead, I'd rather give life to people love me. I have an easy time with relationships. Do you see? So I would rather give life to something that I want instead of giving life to something that I don't. And when you take away your attention from the feeling of being judged, right, you starve it and that dies. And whatever you do give life to is what manifests in your life. All right. Clarice, oh, love this. Yes, I'm glad you do. Glad to do. Good. And I think you'll really like that new course, the Stop Fear of Abandonment and Rejection, because it's always everything. I'm gonna tell every answer always comes back to you. What do you want? All you have to do is real easy. You ask yourself, what do I want? Right? Because if you can answer that question, then it's really easy to nail your living in the end scene. It's easy to know what your desire is, right? But what I see people do is they try to, I want this person to stop being mean to me. Well, I believe you. I want you to dig deeper. I want you to go down deeper and get to the desire, right? I want to be loved. Right? I want to be loved. I want to feel wanted, right? Instead of saying, I just want that person to stop being mean to me. How about I just want to feel loved and I want to feel wanted. Okay. So I hope that clarifies a little bit. So cheers again to all you with my grape juice. I don't even know how to drink. Yummy grape juice. I just went to Costco today. So I just posted on my Facebook, I'm so excited. I just signed a lease for my new place. I'm moving to Chicago. I love Chicago. Came to LA, got what I needed, and whoosh, and I'm back to sweet home Chicago. I love it. Hey, love today. Someone else is there too. I am so excited. Oh my God. And if you guys How many of you guys follow me on Facebook? Give me a wave. Give me a wave if you follow me on Facebook. So I have two Facebook accounts. One of my Facebook accounts is the Rosy Life, and that's where I put like a lot of announcements and stuff from Instagram, things like that. And then I have my Facebook account. It's just my name. It's Rose Lawrence. And that one too, if you friend request me, I'll follow you back. I went from, I don't know how this happened. Of course I know how it happened because I'm in the state of loved. In about 2 months, I had 150 friends on my Rose Lawrence Facebook account. And I wasn't really on there posting anything. But then I started doing I feel loved. And I think I'm up to over 1,200 friends on Facebook. And I honestly don't even know. I have not requested anyone to be friends. It's just coming to me. And I'm like, cool. So I have that Rose Lawrence Facebook where I post a lot of cool posts. Almost every day I'm on there. And then I have the Rosy Life where it's about what Rosy Life is up to, right? The whole thing, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of those. And then Rose Lawrence is like, I put personal posts on there and little stories and announcements and all kinds of stuff. All right. Let's see. Julie left. You're literally manifesting right in front of us. Your channel has been growing so fast. And now oof. Yes. Oh my God. I am so excited. You're right. So funny, Massa, you follow me on Instagram and I died. But don't die. I want you to have fun and live. But yes, you see, you did that. I can't believe how fast my little YouTube channel is growing. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Last year when I started it, I was like, who's going to want to listen to me? Who's going to want to watch what I have to say? And I'm like, I'm not all crazy doing all kinds of stunts outside, but I'm like, this is me. And I'm sharing me and my experience, my journey. I do share my experience, in the psychotherapy world, and I combined that with manifesting, and I figured out, okay, I get it. It has to be a dance. And so I talk about those things. And in my personal journey, my experience, I'm not perfect. I'm still manifesting a shit ton of things every single day. Yes, I cussed. It's out loud. But I share my journey and everything that I learned because I live this. This is my business. This isn't my hobby. My YouTube channel, my Instagram, my podcast, my Facebook, my courses, my website. I do one-on-ones with people all over the world. This is my business, but it's also how I live. It's my manifesting lifestyle. So I don't do this part-time. This is it, right? My dog, everybody is in the manifesting lifestyle in this house. So thank you so much, Julie. I'm so grateful for all of you who are following and are purchasing the courses. And damn, do I love. Can I tell you, it is like Christmas morning every morning when I wake up because I get to open your emails. I get to see your questions, your success stories. I get to help you find your blind spots. I get to do that. And my God, I love it. I can't wait after I do what I need to imagine for the day, because I'm the priority every morning. And when I'm done with that, then I tinkle and then I come back and check my emails or DMs in Instagram or Facebook. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like the best life. I am living my fairy tale life. And I just keep adding and adding and adding. And we're in the middle of elections and the COVID thing, and I'm over here moving cross country. You think that's going to stop me? Hell no, right? I know what I want and I go get it and I make it happen. My apartment, I'll tell you guys a little story. If you guys aren't typing questions, I'm just going to keep talking. So I just got home and glad I made it. Yay! Hi, Love Life Sunshine. I'm so glad you're here too. I'm just telling a story about my new place that I got. So I've been looking for a few months in Chicago, and I said, I am not settling. I'm moving from a place that I'm not crazy about and that I moved into when I was asleep. Okay, I'm admit it. And now I'm awake, and now I want what I want. So I looked at several places in Chicago. I even flew out there in August, excuse me, and to go look, and I didn't see anything I really liked, but I had an idea of what I wanted to feel when I was there. And one of the things that just stayed with me is I wanted to feel expansion. I wanted to feel, because living in LA, it's so easy to get in the car and drive anywhere so that it feels expansive, it feels big, right? And in Chicago, because it's a city, it feels a little closed in but cozy at the same time. So I said, I want to have views. I want to wake up. I want to feel that expansiveness, right? That I feel here. And that's all I focused on. Well, I'm on the 32nd floor of a building, and all I have are lake views. Talk about expansive. From every single room in my house, I have these phenomenal lake views that I get to wake up to. And you guys will see it because I'm going to post stuff, especially on Facebook. So if you're not over there, come over and join me. Rose Lawrence, if I didn't say that already. It's different than the Rosy Life. I've got two. Anyway, so the other thing is I refused to pay $1 more than what I wanted. I wanted parking included in the city. And if you're from Chicago, you know that this is a challenge. I wanted parking included with the rent. I wanted a certain dollar amount. And I wanted it to have the views. It had to have the views. I wanted it to feel open throughout. I wanted to have, and the other one, I wanted a sink in bathtub so I can take bubble baths, and maybe I'll even do some YouTubes from me in the bathtub with bubbles, not naked, but under the bubbles. I knew these, I wanted these things, right? And I get them all. And I got it for the price that I wanted. I would not budge. In fact, the owners initially said, no, we refuse. Absolutely not. We're firm on our price. And they didn't want to paint, and they didn't want to clean the place. And I'm like, really? I'm like, no, thanks. I kept looking. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, no, this is mine. And 2 days later, I stopped looking completely. I took my foot off the gas. Telling you guys a story to pick out the golden nuggets, okay? So for 2 days, I stopped the gas. And in other words, I stopped looking. I stopped trying to negotiate. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I told the realtor, thank you. No, thank you. I just kept looking. And I said, you know what? I'm sick of looking. So I took the app off my phone. I stopped. I'm like, no. I know who I am, and I'm going to trust in my imagination. I already know. I had the experience of the expansiveness, right? And then the other one was feeling me taking a nice bubble bath, right? So I stayed in there. 2 days later, the realtor and the owners call and said, we will do whatever it takes to get you in here. They gave me the price, the parking, the painting, the cleaning. They even let me pick the paint color. I didn't lift a finger to make that happen. They came to me, you see? But I took my foot off the gas, and I said, I trust in my imagination. Got it? All right, you guys, let's see. Clarice. Hi, Love Sunshine. You guys are so cute. Hi, hey, Clarice. I love that you guys are chatting with each other. I want to change a few things in the past, but I feel like it's too big for me to do this because I'm talking about over 30 events that I want to change. What would it feel like if all 30 events changed? Like that, what I hear you saying is that if all of these events didn't happen or happened the way that I would want them to, I would be this kind of person today. Who is that? That's what I want to know. That's what I would want to know. Because you see, you don't got to go through every single little one. You can revise every single one, right? But who would you be today if all of those things happened the way that you wanted them to? How would your life be different right now? Would you be sleeping differently? Would you be wearing longer hair or shorter hair? Would you be living in a different city? Make it really simple. Don't make it elaborate, right? Yes, I'd be riding a unicorn, living on a mansion in Mars. Make it real simple. What would be different about your life right now if those things in the past were not part of your past, or they happened in a way that served you? Let's see. Selena, also my vibration is always mostly low because I have anxiety and I fear this prevents me from living in the end because I keep living from anxiety even though I don't believe my fearful thoughts. Anxiety comes from a state. So, Julie Love, you're right. Look at you. Go, go, go. Anxiety is an emotion. It just comes from a state. It doesn't have, anxiety is not a state. Anxiety comes from your state. So if I'm in the state of nothing's working out for me and look at my past, it sucks, that's going to produce emotions, thoughts, fears, behaviors, all of it. So the emotions are coming from your state. Change your state. It's so much easier, right? You can revise things, right? So that you no longer identify. So what I see people do is they identify with emotions like, oh my God, I'm the anxiety. No, you're not. Anxiety comes from a state, right? Or I see people identifying with thoughts, negative thoughts. Oh my God, my thoughts. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not even states. You are bigger than all of it. All you have to do is move into the state. Well, how do I move into the state? What is my desire? If all of those things hadn't happened or they happened in a way that served me, what state would I call that? Right? So I don't know the details. So that's the best that I can do generally. Shoot me an email if you want to. Clarice, when we have automatic negative thoughts, is that just a symptom of the state I'm in? Should we bother flipping those assumptions or just move to a new state? I'm gonna get to you, Clarice. I just want to do one more thing with Selena's question. My vibration, your vibration, pitch that. You don't need to worry about vibrations and energy, all right? You are what creates vibrations. You are what creates energy. You're not the energy. You don't have to align with diddly squat. If I know that there's a lot of stuff out there about this, especially with the law of attraction community, but you do not have to align your vibration or align energy with anyone or nothing. You are what creates. You are what gives life to energy. You are what gives life to vibration. You give life to it. So you don't have to match up with nothing and no one. You are the one. You are it. You give energy life. So you're bigger than a vibration. You're bigger than an emotion. You're bigger than all of it. You got it? So just change your state. All of the emotions come from the state that you choose to dwell in. Okay. Let's see. When we have automatic negative thoughts come from your state. Just like I was saying before, right? Thoughts just come from our states. Is that just a symptom of the state? Yes, you got it. See, something's already clicking in you, Clarice, or you already know the answer. So you're talking out loud, but you're already answering yourself. It's brilliant, by the way. Love it, Clarice. Should we bother flipping those assumptions or just move to new state? Clarice, I think you know the answer. I think you heard it a couple times already. Shoot me a line here. Let me know what the answer is. You tell me. Selena, you're smart, Clarice, by the way. You got it. Selena, I try to change my state to another identity, but the intrusive thoughts keep coming. What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. You're just not persisting in the new state that you want to be in. That's all. Even Neville says 70 times 7. That's how many times, if it's necessary. And what that means, it doesn't mean 490 times. Don't try to do the math, because every single number, its symbol in the Bible. So the other one is like the eye. He talks about the eye, right? And nailing the eye, the sword in the eye. You do it until it's like, okay, if you ever play darts, any of you play darts, you know, that circle thing with all the numbers, right? And everybody, why do people play darts? You throw those little things, right? Because everyone's hoping to land the bullseye, right? The little center thing. So you throw the darts and you're like, you throw it and you get some points. You're like, okay, points for effort. Yay, me, right? But what you're really wanting is to nail the bullseye, like Target. You guys shop at Target. Bullseye, right? So when you switch states, right? What you're doing is you're throwing the dart, right? And you're gonna hit the damn bullseye. That's 70 times 7. You do it until you bullseye, right? How do you know you bullseye the state? Because you stop wanting. Someone referenced what I said before. You eat your sandwich and be full. You'll feel full. You'll feel satisfied. You'll be like, yep, that was it. That's mine. You physically feel full. You'll feel the sensation of, oh yeah, that was a good sandwich, right? You'll feel the, yes. So if you have a hard time with that, I'm going to back up one step for you too, is imagine yourself, just in general, don't condition it with a specific thing, okay? Imagine what it feels like to nail a state. And you don't have to have experience to do this. You just imagine yourself telling yourself like, wow, that was easy. Also, you can say, I remember when I couldn't nail a state. Wow, I remember when, like you're looking at a memory in the past. You can even use yesterday as a memory of past. I remember when I couldn't nail states. Now the scene comes easy. I nail it easy. Wow, this is cool. I remember when I couldn't even think of a scene. Do you see? I'm looking at it in the past, not just saying, it's not about the words. It's about creating a real memory in your imagination. Try that. When I do that, oh yeah, I feel it. And I'm like, oh my God, that was a fast scene I came up with for this one. So try those little hacks. Let's see, okay. Let me know if that helped, Selena. Milk. I love that. Do you like to manifest different versions of people rather than letting them go? You don't let them go. You let the desire of not having it go. Big difference. Big difference. You let the desire. So even when I manifest I'm like always manifesting for other people. It's so much fun. And when I feel victim-y and I feel sorry for myself, like, yeah, it's happening for me, I immediately I start manifesting for other people. That's the first thing that I do. Because when I get in the pity, when I do like my pause, not getting anything, I start imagining lovingly for other people. So, and when you do it, you're going to feel so good. And when you lift someone else up like that, you take the cross off your back because you're giving it to yourself. So it's like an indirect self-manifestation. It's really cool. So when I manifest for others, I stop seeing them in the old version. I stop seeing them that way. And I let go of seeing the old version. I let go of the desire to want them to be different. Does that make sense? Because if you're still wanting them to be different, you're still keeping them and preserving them, like in one of the Bible stories that Neville also references too, is Lot's wife. She was told not to look back because she would turn into salt, because salt preserves the past. So he's saying, don't preserve the past. Let it go. Turn the cheek, right? That's what that is. Turn the cheek. It doesn't mean let someone slap you on the other side. No, it's just stop looking that way. But no, you keep looking, no, this way, right? That you keep looking at the person in the state of happy, loving, proud of themselves, confident. How many wonderful, loving things can you give someone? Okay. Let's see. I'm learning so much. Don't kill me, but I still think I'm confused about the states. When you change a state, aren't you changing vibration? Get the vibration out of it. There's no vibration. You don't have to worry about energy. Whatever you learned about vibration, I used to do that too. I'm like, I got to raise my vibration. Get that word out of your mouth. All right. I'm not going to say it, but there's a time for vibration, and it's not with manifesting. Anyway, sexy goddess course. All right. You don't need a vibration. Changing states is just moving in imagination, right? If you are poor and you're in the state of poor, you're going to think poor. You're going to be like, oh, I have to save up money. I got to be like the squirrel and go bury my peanuts in Rose's pots in her patio with her rose bushes, right? That's the state of poor. You're going to walk by the stores and going, God, they get everything and I don't. State of poor, I guess my Christmas is screwed. That's state of poor, right? Well, if I'm tired of that, I move to the state of wealth. I'm a wealth creator. I am wealthy, right? I see the store as possibilities, like damn straight I shop there. Yes, I'm going to have a kick-ass Christmas because I am a wealth creator. I'm secure and financially secure. My Father provides for me. Do you see? I don't have to change vibration or energy or light a candle or stand on my head or meditate for 5.5 hours. I didn't do none of that. I just literally right in front of you, I changed states. And I did a course just on states, ROSEYLife.com. Go check it out. Nail the states thing. Because man, when you get states, and I talk about it in my course about it, it's easy like changing your shoes because it really is. Life gets easier, manifesting gets easier. You're just like, oh, what shitty state am I in right now? Because it doesn't feel good. Let me move. It's that fast. All right. Wow, that's exactly what I need to hear. Cool. Don't worry, you got this. You do. Selena, Clarice, all of you, you'll get this. I promise you. Just keep doing what you're doing, right? Watch the YouTube videos, shoot me an email, do these courses. My courses are $20. I make them so affordable so that everybody can do them, right? And the Law of Assumption course, I did that one. It's only $7. And all I do is talk about all of the, like the terms, because everybody uses terminology. What is this? What is everyone you pushed out is? What does this mean? What does that mean? And I review, the whole thing. I try to condense it. I condensed it in one course with little PowerPoint slides. So you can have that too. $7 for that, $20 for the course on just states. It's very specific to areas that people struggle with. Those are the videos that I made, and those are under my general courses, right? So you got this. And do yourself a favor, all of you. When I dropped the Law of Attraction and I used to watch Wayne Dyer, Abraham Hicks, Alan Watts. Oh my God. I was in like 500 Facebook groups and I was like desperately trying to get answers. And I'm like, when I dropped all that and I just stuck with Neville, my manifesting sped up fast. And I'm just like lockdown, right? Lockdown. And call it whatever you want. And I know there's so many ways to manifest. I'm not saying this is the only one, but I'm telling you my experience. And when I got out of all the groups and I stopped watching all the YouTubers and I stopped following people on Instagram and I stopped listening to people tell me different things about all kinds of stuff. And I said, no, there is one cause, one power, and I am it. That's buying the pearl. I don't need anything else. I am it. I'm the cause of it all. The good, the crappy, all of it. One cause. That's it. Buy the pearl. And I even made a YouTube video about buying the pearl. Let me ask you guys a question since I have you guys here before we start wrapping up. I'm thinking about starting a Facebook group. I'm not sure when yet, but if I do, I don't want it to be a general, Neville Goddard group. There's a lot of them out there, and I have no desire to try to compete or be like anyone else. And zero, I'd rather not start a group, all right? But I do want to start a group, right, for people that are like you, that are here right now. And what is it that you would like to get out of that group? Either shoot me an email if you think about it, or if you comment on it. I would love to hear from you. Because I want it to give you something. I don't want it just to be someplace where you go and say, oh my God, I can't do it. There's enough groups out there. I'm not doing another one of those. So think about it. What would you want from a Facebook group that you're not getting? Because this isn't going to be a big group of, no, I'm in a couple of those law of attraction groups on purpose. I'm there to answer questions for some people and introduce people to Neville and show them how much easier it is. I had one lady in one of those big law of attraction groups say, I have 2 candles, and one candle's for this manifestation and this candle's for the other manifestation. And I noticed that this candle flame was flickering higher than this candle flame was flickering lower. So does that mean that this manifestation is going to come faster? No, the candles don't mean diddly squat. The flames don't mean anything. You're the cause. You don't need a candle. You don't need energy. You don't need a vibration. You just need to trust in you. That's it. Make it easy, 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 easy. All right? Easy. One idea for my Facebook group is how to be the leading lady of your life. That's one thing I'm playing around with, thinking about opening up. Because I want to talk about money, investments. I want to talk about relationships, friendships. I want to talk about shit that matters, like everyday life stuff, not just like one day I'm going to have my mansion, I'm going to ride my unicorn on Mars. There's enough groups out there doing that. And I'm not going to teach you how to light a candle because I don't do that. Let me go back here really quick because I went on a little rant. You guys are so cute. Let's see. Thanks, Julie. Tell me about it. I'm done with the vibration stuff in crystals and candles. I know they're cute. I did a YouTube video. Selena, did you see it? On energy. Watch it. And then shoot me an email. We are not attracting anything. We're giving ourselves these things. Feel it, be it. That's right. You're giving yourself everything. You're even giving yourself a candle and the vibration. You're what creates the vibration. You get it? You create a vibration, whether it's high or low, but you don't need the vibration, because the reason why people want a vibration at a certain level is because they think they need to have a high vibration just to manifest something. But let's go back to the fact that you're the one that's creating the vibration so that you can manifest something. Wait, you're the creator. So why have the vibration in the middle? That's like the middleman. You don't need a middleman. You get that? I've been manifesting my SP, and I just reached a calm state of knowing they are coming back and manifesting a different version of them. Yeah, so just make it about you. Don't even think about them. I know that sounds weird, but make it about you. Make it about you, just you. So I have some friends, and I was a little perturbed with some friends recently, and I got invited to one of their online get-togethers, and I hadn't heard from these friends for a few months, and I was a little like, why should I show up for your little online party and I haven't even heard from you guys? It's like, wow, right? I was like a little spiky like that, and I was like, ooh, girl, this little attitude going on in you. And I'm like, yeah, because they, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. You think this is about them? You think that they're doing something? And I was like, oh crap, it's not them, it's me. So it was really hard at the beginning to get over my attitude about not wanting to show up for their little party. But then when I made it about me, I said, what do I want? I want to be a wonderful, loving friend. And what would she do? She would show up and be a wonderful, loving friend. Why? For her, because she wants to be that wonderful, loving friend. So I made it about me, and I felt the wonderful, loving friend, and I showed up for me. Do you see? So when you make it about someone else, it feels like a struggle, and you'll get spiky. Make it about you. Rose is all about states. Yes, is the best. Oh, my course. Yes, totally. I used to say affirmations a million times, and I just got exhausted. Once you get states, it's so freaking you look. I'm like, look at Julie. All right. Okay, Selena, you don't understand. Julie just a couple weeks ago was not talking like that. You go, girl. She's on fire. You are on fire, Julissa. Selena, definitely doing the state course. Anything else you recommend? Lesson 0. Look at you guys. Manifesting 1-1, Sexy Goddess course, all of them. My podcast on fear of manifesting, change my, yay! I'm so glad that you like that. Look at that. Look, I love that the courses are speaking for themselves, because I know what I put in is good. I know comes from my heart, right? A couple of my courses, I have PowerPoints because I want you guys to take little notes, but the rest of them are just a recording, because I'm going to tell you guys, I hadn't shared this before. I started doing PowerPoints with me live, and I'm like, that's not me. I'm like, why are you doing that, Rose? It's just not even your style. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I want to feel like I'm sitting next to you on the couch at your place, or hanging out, right, outside on the patio with a little glass of wine, and we're chatting it up, and we're talking about those specific things in the courses. So when you have your little AirPods or your earphones on and you listen to the course, close your eyes and imagine us hanging out together. Take it in. Because when there's a visual, sometimes the visual gets in the way of you taking it in. So the recording just allows you to close your eyes and go within and let the information come, because everybody gets different gold from my courses. Everybody tells me that they learned this and they learned that. It's like everybody has a different experience, I notice, with my courses. But what I do know is that they come from a state. When I make those courses, I do not make the courses if I'm in a bad mood or if I'm having a crappy state day or moment. No, I literally turn it all off, and I'll go for a walk, watch Netflix. I'll go do yoga. I'll go do something else, but I will not make a course. I only make a course or recording or a YouTube when I'm in the state of loving teacher, because I love you guys and I love what I do. And I believe what I do, and I speak from experience only. And that's how I know what I put out there is gold and works. All right. Love you, sunshine. Yes, I really enjoy Rose's podcast. Yay. Thank you. I'm so glad. Even read some of Neville's work and listening to his lectures too. Oh, I still listen to Neville. He's the best. I love him. I have to read something or listen to something all, throughout the week. I sprinkle it around. I absolutely love it. He's the OG. I would join the Facebook group. Ooh, leading lady, love that. Yes. All right. I'm going to keep waiting for some ideas. You see, I need to be in the state when I make that group, because when I open that group up, oh, watch out. The floodgates are going to open, because I know that when I'm in the state and I do something, it works fast and easy. When I made this YouTube channel, initially I was not in the state. I was in the desperado state, wanting something different. But when I shift states, everything changed, and fast. See, before you can go, please summarize how the law works so we can unindoctrinate ourselves from all the other BS. Selena, you are so freaking cute. I was not, I'll be the first to say I was insecure, not knowing my power, and confused. God, I just want to reach the screen and give you a little hug. Jalissa, you're just so adorable. I'm like, seriously, I'm just so happy to hear you say that. That's what gets me up every morning. That's what gets me to make another podcast or YouTube. I'm like, my people need to be fed. I need to give them something to eat, right? And I get up and I'm like, what can I give them to eat? So thank you so much for sharing that. I love you. Selena, the law in a nutshell. You ready? There is no one but you. Everything and anything you see is you. So for me to care about what someone's saying, or a noise I hear, or smell I smell, for me to say I need to make that mean something, it's pointless, because you're the one giving life to it all. There's only one cause. Whatever you assume to be true is and must will be, period. No ifs, and buts, or maybes. There's no exception to the rule. If you assume it to be true, and you already assume, everybody assumes every day. People love to assume the worst case scenario. People love to assume the worst, right? People love to assume that things will not work. Why? Because they're scared. They're afraid of getting their hopes up. They're afraid that it won't work. They're afraid that the law doesn't work. They're afraid that they'll be disappointed or look stupid. I know that was me. So if you can assume all of that bad stuff, what Neville teaches is, why can't you assume the best for you, that everything does work for you? And when I ask that question to my clients, they're just like, oh, okay, yeah. They're like, if you assume the worst, you don't have evidence that the worst thing's going to happen, but yet you're having faith that the worst is going to happen. I'm just asking you to assume the best and have faith that the best is going to happen. And when I say that, people are like, oh, no, well, that's delusional. I'm like, so is you believing in something bad's going to happen with no proof. What's the difference? There is none. What do you have to lose to assume the best? My suggestion is do the Law of Assumption 101, $7. It'll answer a slew of questions. You can also listen to Neville Goddard recordings on YouTube. I suggest that you listen to them with him speaking directly, not with someone else's commentary. Because remember, everything is done from a state. Neville taught from a state. He taught from the state of teacher. So you want to listen to him directly, and that's why I made the little course, is for somebody's like overwhelmed with everything, right? I'm just so happy you're here, Selena. You're here on purpose. You believe in signs before. Take this as your sign that you're in the right boat now. Okay? No need to use swimming life floaties and life preservers. No, you're in the boat, girl. Just keep going. All right. Milk, I know my worth in that I deserve the best loving relationship between me and my SP. Make it about you. Please make it about you. How you want to feel, whether it's him or someone else, make it about you. Okay? Or her. Milk can be gender neutral. I've only found your channel a few days ago, but I've been following the Law of Assumption and Neville Goddard for a while, and I instantly love, oh my God, Milk, I love you too. Thank you so much for being here. I am so happy that you found me. And I'm so happy that you're enjoying the videos. And comment, email me. Rose, you guys get a pin out. Rose@roseelife.com. Shoot me an email. If you see something on the video you have a question about or you're confused, shoot me an email. I actually respond. And no, I don't charge to answer a question as long as it's not 10 pages long, because then we have to have a chat. If it's just a question, you're like, what does this mean? I don't know what this means. Julie, you've got this. Yes, yes, yes. Selena manifested this. Yes, you did it, girl. Selena, I feel like I'm in safe hands. Thanks, Rosie. You're so welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You are in safe, girl, you are in safe hands, your own hands. You just don't see it yet, but we're all here going to hold your hand and make sure you see it. Okay, so I got to answer this question before I leave you guys. Somebody emailed me and said she wants to proceed to imagine two people are each other's soulmates and eternal life partners, even though I don't know what they truly want. She wants to know if this is possible. And she started off, I'm going to read the beginning of this email too. She says, with Dulia and Latria from the inner chords of my heart, my numerous benevolence and altruism to you, ma'am, my extensive gratitude to you for illuminating and enlightening millions of souls, omnipotent Lord's benisons and bonanza upon you. You are truly the messenger of God. Thank you for everything. And then she went on about asking me about her desire. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Lisa, for that question and that lovely email. But I want to tell you a couple things. First of all, you are God. I am God. We all are God. And when a desire falls upon you or any of us, that is God speaking through you to you. And when God has a desire that is speaking through you, you get to say yes or no. That is your free will. And that is where free will ends. You get to say, I want the desire or I do not want the desire. If I feel like eating a waffle, I can say no because I'm afraid of getting fat. Or I could say, yes, I want my freaking waffle with extra syrup. And I surrender to my desire and I eat it. It's that easy, guys. If you have a desire for someone else, like Lisa's talking about, the desire comes upon you for a reason. Surrender to it immediately. If it's for someone else, give it to them. In other words, see them happy, see them loving, see them laughing. You cannot hurt someone when you're wanting to see them happy and loved, right? So there's nothing wrong with you desiring something for someone. Nothing wrong at all. You may or may not see it happen. Like when I see homeless people, I used to go, roll up my window, right? And I'm like looking at him like, please don't tap on the window. Please don't tap on the window. Please don't tap on the window. Right now, I see any person, and it doesn't have to be homeless. It could be a heavy chick running, trying to get in shape. Immediately, I just see her skinny because I know she wants to get skinny. She's not out there jogging for no reason, right? So I immediately see her skinny. I see a homeless person. I see him all cleaned up, running late to work. Do you see? We have the ability to imagine lovingly for others. And the more that you do it, the more that you are going to understand. It's like, damn, I can do this not only for me, but I can do this for other people. And when you do it for someone else, you do it for you. You don't have to. You do not have to imagine for anyone else so that you have your desires. Don't get that mixed up. You don't have to, all right? But when you do, you are lifting your own cross from you. So be the blessing to other people. Especially, there's a lot of people in the world that you're probably surrounded with that are not awake. Be the blessing to them. If they talk a lot about money and they're worried about money, imagine them wealthy. Imagine them being so happy. They're just like, yeah, that's right. That's what's up, right? Imagine them already having the life that you want them to see them in, or that you know they want to be in, right? And whether they want it or not, you can still see someone happy. You can still see someone in love. You can still see someone having their desires. You can still see someone, right, just smiling, because that can mean a lot of things. So give that generously. Yes, you can imagine lovingly for anyone, and you do not need the permission, and you do not need to know if that's what they wanted or not. When you imagine someone in love, or someone happy, or someone wealthy, or someone healthy, right, you're giving them something that who doesn't desire to be happy? Who doesn't desire to feel loved? Do you see? So give it away like Santa Claus, generously. All right, let's see. Anything else? Fun maps, romantic. Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Want to maps romantic relationship between AV, but I don't know. Oh, this is you. It's your question. Just answered it. My email address is rose@roseelife.com. And it's also in the description below the videos, all my YouTube videos. You'll see it in there. So it's rose@roseelife.com, or you can go to roseelife.com and shoot me an email from there. All right. So, all right, you guys, peace out. Don't forget, every Sunday, send me your questions so that I can answer them live. I'm going to try that out. So because I get a lot of questions here, and I get a lot of questions in email and DMs, and I want to like answer the questions that I receive, that people have the boldness to email me and ask me questions and just tell me, can you please answer this question? And if you want me to keep your name private, I will. Just tell me. And for Lisa, she had already asked this publicly, so I was able to share that. All right. And so just shoot me an email. I love you guys so much, and it's so much fun being here with you all. And I know that you guys are going to have all your dreams come true. Make dreams a reality. They're not in a movie. They're not a fluffy fairy tale. Make that fairy tale real. All right. Do you come on live at this time and day? Yes, every Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. All right, shoot me your email. Yes, look at you guys. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I am so excited. It's going to happen fast. I just know it. I just know it. Just know it. 1,000 subscribers. When you get over that number, it's like, damn, that's so freaking cool. So happy. So much fun. All right, my loves. I will see you soon. Bye.